Hello students. Today we will be discussing the topic conservation of resources. Along with it, we will be studying about the land degradation and its causes, how humans are responsible for land degradation, and how can we solve this problem. Students, we know that resources are vital. Vital, it means important for developmental activity. We know that all the socio-economic problems and the environmental problems that we face today is due to irrational consumption or overutilization of resources. And if we want to overcome this problem, we have to save the resources. And the particular term to save the resources is conservation of resources. And as you might have seen, read, or watched in the news, that this is the main concern of the leaders all over the world. As we have already seen, there was a Earth Summit in 1992 at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where Agenda 21 was taken. According to that, every country has to make a plan to conserve the resources, and that plan of the country has to match at the lowest level, that is at the local level. You have already seen that. Now we come to the saying of Mahatma Gandhi ji. He was concerned about the conservation of resources, and according to his words, there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. In the topic development of resources, we have already seen that resources are indiscriminately used. Rich are using it more than they require, and poor are devoid of the resources. And the reason is the selfishness and greediness of the individuals. They are exploiting our nature through technology. And this had become the cause of the depletion of the resources at the global level. And so he was against the mass production and wanted to replace it with the production by the masses. Now we come to the next point, that is, at the international level, the Club of Rome advocated conservation of resources first time in 1968, and in 1974 philosophy of Gandhiji was again presented by Shumsher in his book Small is Beautiful. In 1987, the Brundtland Commission report again talked about the conservation of resources at the global level, and thus the concept of sustainable development was advocated in 1992 in the summit Earth Summit at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And here we are seeing the book was published in the topic Our Common Future. Now we come to the different types of resources. We study this pie chart. In this we can see 43% is land resources, 30% are mountains, and 26% are plateau on our earth. We already know that where the agriculture is done, that type of landform is plains. Where we find minerals is plateau, and when we find forest is mountains. That we can see here in the above paragraph what is written there, that you can read about that in the PDF. Now we come to the next part, that is the land use pattern. Now we can see different type of features on the land. Somewhere we found cities, somewhere we found industrial area, somewhere we found agricultural field, and somewhere we found forest. Now how the land is utilized. There is in different manners land is utilized. Number 1, forest. Second, land not available for cultivation. Barren and wasteland. Land put to non-agricultural uses, buildings, roads, factories. Uncultivated land. Different types of features are there. Now here one word is written, other uncultivated land, excluding fallow land. Now we come to understand what is fallow land. Fallow land, current fallow, left without cultivation for one or less than one agricultural year is a fallow land. Left uncultivated for 1 to 5 years is other than current fallow land, and left uncultivated for more than 5 agricultural years is cultivable wasteland. Now this is the land where we are not growing crops for 1 year, 1 to 5 years, and more than 5 years. They are known as the fallow land. Now the land that we use for growing crop is known as the net sown area. Net sown area sown more than once in an agriculture year plus net sown area is known as gross cropped area. Now land use pattern in India. The use of land is determined both by physical factors such as topography, climate, soil types, as well as human factors such as population density, technological capability, and culture and traditions. Now we already know that plains are used mostly for growing crops. Plateaus we are having agriculture field, but mostly we find there minerals. So industries are located in that area. Now this is the pie diagram of the comparative study of the land use pattern in 1960-61 and 2002 and 3. The book that I am having here, it is giving us 2002 and 3. Now here it is a pie chart and there is different numbers shown there and the type of land it is, जैसे forest, barren and wasteland. So we are seeing कि 60 and 61 forest area was less. Now we are having more than before. And the reason behind that is, we have already studied that Britishers exploited our natural resources. They deforested at the large scale. So we are not having forest, percentage of forest that we must have. And student, keep in mind, the 33% forest should be there on the land. And as you can see here, only 22.57% forests are found in India. Now this is the land use pattern shown here. Permanent pastures, fallow land and not-seen area, and whatever is written here, that you will read through the PDF and you just read it. If you don't understand it, you can ask me. Net zone area, wasteland. One term here it is shown. A part of land is termed as wasteland and land put to other non-agricultural uses. Wasteland includes rocky, arid and desert area, and land put to other non-agricultural uses includes settlements, roads, railways, industry, etc. Now what is wasteland? Rocky, arid and desert area is known as the wasteland. Now in the next video we will talk about the land degradation and conservation methods.